Well, alright. Ultraman Rube, completed. Until the movie comes out, of course. But for now, it's technically done. Ultraman X, that's done. Now, let's go on to our last show. Special signature to save a soul, Gridman.
Gar. You don't have to be so technical. You can just call it the way we've been calling it this whole time.
But we now know what the 4 S's stand for.
Yeah, but that's just way too much to say. Do you think I want to say, oh, here we're here talking about special signature to save a soul, Gridman? No.
Well, fine. Can we at least... Can I at least shorten schwa the roll call to this schwa it?
No.
Oh. Alright, fine. Schwa the roll call. Eiji Tsuburaya, the man who created something from nothing. Godzilla. Ultraman. But when those who don't give his franchises enough credit, these podcasters will do it justice. For they are...
Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger!
Love our Hall of Fame's Ultraman. Ultra Yellow Canister, gone.
The other son of Malaya, Ultra Pinkcaster, late!
Spreading the love on one of Japanese beloved franchises.
Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger! Shrug!
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to episode 75 of Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger.
The show where we talk about Gridman's past, present, future, all Gridman, and all Gridman in between. This is a very exclusive episode.
Gridman?
Of Ultraranger, yeah. Gridman Sentai Gridranger.
No, it would be Denko Sentai.
Denko Sentai Gridranger.
Gridranger.
So I'm your co-host, Gridcaster.
No, Grid Pink. No, Pink Gridcaster.
Pink Gridcaster.
So it'd be Yellow Gridcaster.
Lane, yeah.
That'd be AutoGar.
You fucked this up. Well.
No.
Anyways, it's an all Gridman episode.
Yes.
There's no Ultraman here.
With Redcaster.
Well, he said he might be on.
He said he would be here, but unfortunately he's running late.
So. Hopefully
he shows up. Because we're also recording like 2 other shows today.
Yeah.
So we couldn't actually wait around, so we actually had to keep going.
There's fucking birds chirping outside!
What kind of devil bird chirps at night?
It's not night, it's dusk.
Thanks for ruining the reference line.
You're welcome.
Do you even know what I was referencing?
No.
Have you ever seen Failure to Launch?
No.
Oh, you should watch it.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
Jennifer Aniston or something?
With what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. He was in Fool's Gold. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, Matthew.
That's it.
Oh, fucking Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. We got some news stories quickly.
A couple,
just
a
4.
Lot.
Oh yeah, we should mention what we are talking about. Like we mentioned before the roll call. Today we are talking about the final 3 episodes of SSSS.GRIDMAN.
You said 5 S's there.
You know what? I don't care anymore.
SSSS.GRIDMAN.
Gridman the anime or Gridame.
Yeah, there you go. And holy shit.
We'll get into it, but first, some news.
Okay.
First news story.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's an android of Rika.
My waifu.
In which this news article misspelled her name with only 1 K.
That's funny. Someone memed her, like when this anime first came out.
Yeah.
Like, they took the Donkey Kong Country theme, and just like with your name, just like Takarada.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Takarada Rika. She comes with a little mini junk.
Yeah, she comes with little tiny junk. This figure will be 4,444 yen. It'll be coming out in August, and it'll come with a tiny little junk.
And there's a picture of Gridman on it.
With a little screen.
And she comes with her smartphone. She comes with the little case that like she gave Akane.
Yeah, the little pass holder.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like this. She looks cute.
She's cute, but I want the Figma.
Oh, the Figma that's coming out?
Yep.
It comes with changeable pieces for the monitor, for junk, so you can put Gridman on it. And from the looks of it, it looks like different faces?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. No,
yeah. Androids come with different faces.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's oh, right, because they're magnetized.
Yeah.
It's like Kirby became the ultimate Nendoroid.
Nendoroid, yeah.
Nendoroid.
Cool.
All right. So, Ultraman Fusion Fight, the arcade game that came out during Ultraman Orb and Geed, when they were out, is getting a English release in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I got so excited and then so heartbroken at the same time.
Yep.
It's like, yes, we're finally going to get something Ultraman Orb related. Yeah, in Indonesia, no. Which, we got 2 voice actors for the arcade game, because it's not being ported to a console. It's just the actual arcade cabinet will be coming over to Indonesia, and hopefully over here in the West as well.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 voice actors that we do have are a Mr. Matt Frank, who everyone should know by now by the guy that draws the Red Man manga and the Godzilla comics for IDW. He'll be voicing Ultraman Belial. And we also have Tom Constantine, who will be voicing Ultraman Orb.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Tom Constantine. I see him on Twitter sometimes.
Who is he?
He's like an ambassador for like Toei or something like that. Like he works with Toei and stuff like that. So like he showed up in an episode of Zeo, actually, cameoed. Like it was in the X8 episode when like Soga was running around looking for like information about Amu, and then you just see like he talks to Tom Constantine's like character, and he's just like, no, I can't, haven't seen him. So
that's neat. In the trailer, they also showed that they also like they went on their ways to translate the cards as well.
Cool.
So it says like Ultraman, like Ultraman Tiga in quotations. It says multi-type. So it's like, okay, they're going all out for this fusion fight.
Yeah, I remember. I think we looked up clips of this game. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it has a cute little theme, and it also had exclusive forms for Orb and Geed.
Oh yeah, there were some pretty good ones too.
Like Liquidator.
Well, like whatever the one was, I think it was like a combination of like Belial and something else. It was like Belial and Dinah.
Or Belial and Father of Ultra?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was Father of Ultra and Belial, and I was just
that was the Geed fusion.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit. I remember that thing was fucking disgusting looking, like in terms of like how powerful he looked.
You know what? If there was an arcade version for Rube, I think that's what they should have done. Just they had like you put the crystal in and it has like a new form for them. Like
yeah, like honestly, instead of doing elements, they should just made it like, he kind of has like Blue has like a Ginga look to him, and then Ryoso had like a Taro look to him. Mm-hmm. Like just have like different Ultraman looks. That would have been cool.
So I'm excited to see more from this.
Yeah, because in like Indonesia and Singapore, they like English is like one of their primary languages. So.
Yeah. Hopefully in the near future or later this year, we do get to see this game.
Like I hope
in some capacity,
like ports of the Switch or something.
I mean, the quality of it looks like a Switch game,
right? More like a Wii game.
Oh, saying
Wii U game. Oh, Wii U sucked. I mean, I like the Wii U.
The Wii U was alright. I never had one.
Yeah, you owned one for a bit.
Yeah. All right. Next news story. So this is kind of a bit of an odd thing, but some of the producers over at Warner Brothers and Legendary are hinting at possibly continuing the monsterverse after Godzilla vs. King Kong in 2020.
And that woman's just like, say what?
Well, no, it's just an ad. So,
But, like, I thought after King Kong versus Godzilla, it's going back to Toho.
which, yeah, that was, like, yeah, in 2020, after Godzilla vs. Kong, Toho will release their own Godzilla films once more. They respond, which the producers respond with, "We take one movie at a time. We're working with Adam Wingard, working toward Godzilla vs. Kong, but right now the focus is all on Godzilla King of the Monsters." Elaborating further, and this is a quote, "It's one brick at a time. There's obviously a goal of what we want the whole thing to look like, but each piece has to be as good as it can be. Could there be? Yeah. That's hope if the movie turns out really well."
Okay, so from what I can gather from that quote, pretty much instead of them thinking ahead for multiple movies, they're just like, we're just going to focus on one movie, and then when we're done with that,
We'll
keep going with the next one.
Which with this, I read a bit more of this news article, and apparently it all depends on if the movies succeed.
I hope so. I really hope it does.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are going to go see this movie in IMAX, so...
Yeah, and we're also going to go see Godzilla vs. Kong in IMAX, of
Fuck
course.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, just...
So was saying earlier that that's like the thing he's most excited for in terms of movies. Like, he's excited for Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, we haven't seen that in, like...
Since 1962.
Fucking God. So it's like, what, like, almost 60 years?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Well, apparently Toho wanted to do another one in the 90s, but then...
You couldn't get the rights to Kong?
Yeah, it's like, it was harder to get the rights.
Mm.
So, like, the rights to Kong. So, they went with King Ghidorah, I think, or Mothra. It was one of the Heisei films.
But, like, I like that kind of... If you can see it, this is interesting, that, like, Toho's, like, inspired by Legendary for what they've been doing to make their own, like, kind of universe of, like,
yeah, because
Godzilla films. So that's cool that we're inspiring them on something they created in the first place.
And over here, we're all, like this is kind of like the smart thing to do. Like, with these movies. It's like, plan one at a time and make it as good as one can be.
And I love it. They're sharing it.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, we got an idea. All right. Like Legendary people with Toho people. Hey, we got an idea. Okay, what is it? Well, here it is. Like, they hand them the script and, like, they look for it. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You can use it.
Yeah.
And, like, just, here's the rights. Go make that movie. Just make sure you give it back.
I kind of hope someday we get a Shin Godzilla 2, though.
Shin Godzilla 2...
It's on the back burner for now.
It's on the back burner, from what we understand.
Yeah, because, like, Toho all of a sudden got this idea of being like, holy shit, we should do this whole, like, monsterverse thing. Like, America's got the right idea. Because, like, they already did it in the 90s. They made 3 consecutive Godzilla movies. They're all in the same continuity, and that was great.
Every movie in the Heisei era was its own continuity. So, like, everything from 84 to The Destroyer was all one continuity.
Yeah, so I really like that. So, like, don't just make it, like...
I mean,
and then Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, and then Tokyo SOS, that was a continuation.
Yeah.
So that was good.
I mean, if you think of it, Godzilla is technically one of the first cinematic universe series.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, when he went to hibernation after Raids Again, there was the Mothra film, there was Rodan.
Mm.
I think there was also the Mysterians. And then there was Baragon's film with Frankenstein, which that had its own spin-off with Sanda and Gyra.
Mm-hmm.
King Kong had his own spin-off.
Yeah. Well, actually, just recently, I found a copy of the original King Kong movie, 1933, and King Kong Escapes on Blu-ray, both for $24. So I showed that to Gar, and he, like, lost his shit. He was like, "What? How? Where?
Why? What? What the fuck?"
Well, because I want to see Mechanicon.
Yeah, I also want to see Mechanicon.
I
also want to see Gorosaurus.
Yeah, I also want to see Gorosaurus, because he's just a T-Rex. He's just a giant T-Rex. So, yeah, honestly, you know what? Legendary's been doing a pretty good job, like, by the trailers and stuff, the footage we've seen. It looks pretty fucking awesome. I think Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be fucking cool.
I just find it funny how they're focusing more on the property that they're sharing, or, like, that they got the rights to, over, say, like Pacific Rim, where it's like, all right, sequel. Just they just grab a bunch of random shit. Like they just grab a bunch of random scripts that they have, clench them together.
John Boyega's Idris Elba's son. Yeah.
Again, if that movie was just about the cadets, I feel like it would have been better. Don't have John Boyega.
Should have been a prequel.
Can't really do much with
I think it should have been a prequel about the first Jaegers that were like made to fight the kaiju.
Yeah.
That would have been better. That would have been an awesome movie.
Yeah, but it would have been boring because we know that like no one there is going to survive the attack.
Pacific Rim Uprising sucked.
That I just don't find prequels could work.
I like prequels because like when you make a movie and stuff like that, I like that's why I like the prequel Star Wars films because like as a kid when I watched the original trilogy, I always was wondering. I was like, what was Darth Vader like before he was Darth Vader?
Well, it's like,
then we found out
like,
they did it a bit poorly, but
okay. So Star Wars, I understand because apparently
it's a giant universe.
Like before the prequels could happen, that was actually I think that was one of the rules. Like you could make stories after the trilogy or in between the trilogy, but you couldn't make anything that happened before the trilogy. In case Lucas wanted to make the movies, which he did.
Yeah, no, he always had. I think since Return of the Jedi, he always had a plan to make the prequels. Yeah. Anyways, I'm stoked. Like again, me and Gar are gonna go see King of the Monsters in IMAX. So, because if you're gonna watch fucking giant monsters fight, you gotta watch it on big screen with big sound. You have to.
What happened to our Project G man? Oh, well, he's currently up in space right now. Just Project G is just Gamera.
Oh, Gamera, we miss you.
How about Project Jet? Nah, it's currently also not in the works.
No, come on. Bring back Jet Jaguar. Hashtag...
Bring Jet Jaguar.
Yeah, bring back Jet Jaguar. Toho, we know you're fucking listening. Bring back Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar definitely.
Like if you're gonna make a new cinematic monsterverse for like Japanese Godzilla, bring back Jet Jaguar.
And you know what? Have a sidekick be Zone Fighter. That was also owned by Toho.
I would love to see.
And technically, Zone Fighter is in the Godzilla cinematic universe because he fought King Ghidorah and Gigan and teamed up with Godzilla in his own show.
Yeah, so like, I'd like to see a modernized Jet Jaguar.
I feel like it would just be like the Ultraman from the manga.
Hell, have Jet Jaguar team up with Ultraman. That's sick. Just make him go small. We need to unlock him in the Godzilla video game.
We do.
One day me and Gar are going to do that. We're just going to stream the Godzilla game for PS4. I'm just going to play it. It's repetitive as fuck, but monsters are fun.
It'd probably be fun.
Yeah.
Alright. And our last news story, which I saved the best for last.
Ooh.
So, in the April magazine for Televicun, we finally have it. The first scan of the 2019 Ultraman.
And I'm getting massive Taro vibes.
Same here.
Like, is he just going to be like the son of Ultraman Taro?
I mean, it has been 10 years since the last son of the Showa era hero.
I mean, we already have the son of Ultra 7. We have the son of Jeed, or son of Belial. So why the fuck not have the son of Ultraman Taro?
Then last year was his 45th anniversary. It would make sense that this year we would heavily do more with Taro.
Hell, maybe for like if this is true, maybe we'll like. So wait, it's Ultraman? That's Ultraman Titus, right?
Well, remember there are 3 names copyrighted. We got Taiga, Titus, and Fuma.
I think it's Titus.
Well, I think this might be Taiga.
Hmm.
That's what people have been that's what people have been saying. It's like, oh look, we got a scan for Ultraman Taiga. It's like
What if this is the future between Verso and Blue? Oh wait, I was like Rube. That's the thing.
But in one of the magazine scans that we got, it says the same thing that last year said about Rose. So it's like a new Ultra hero has arrived. Like, what are his abilities? What monsters will he fight? What does he look like? Find out more in the next issue.
Yeah, so May we'll find out.
Yeah, in May. Well, end of April, beginning of May, we'll find out who this guy actually is.
Yeah, then we'll get scans.
Yeah, well, yeah, in like 2 weeks or so, we'll get toy scans.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll actually see who this guy is.
Yeah, you know what he kind of looks like a bit? Actually, if you look at it, kind of has like the same head shape as Gridman.
That's what people were saying.
It's like, look, he's got like the blue jewel, and then he's got the bright yellow eyes, and he kind of has that like same kind of fin thing that
I see it.
Gridman has.
Maybe he's a technology-based Ultraman.
Ooh, I'd like that.
Like he's an what if he's an Ultraman that needs the help of technology to to fully become an Ultraman?
Oh my god, you know, it'd be so fucking cool.
If it was Gridman.
No. Fucking, can we have like a mechanized Ultraman? Just like a robotic Ultraman?
Hey,
what?
Go read the Ultraman manga because that's what that literally fucking
No,
is.
but I mean like not a suit. I mean like a robotic Ultraman.
Yeah, it's called Jeanbot.
No, that doesn't count.
All right, Jean 9.
No, it doesn't count either.
How does that not count? It's a giant robot.
I guess Star Club Zero is technically that. Because he's a robotic version of Zero.
All right, then not Mewtwo.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I'd like to see like a mechanical Ultraman.
Ultraman X?
No. No. But yeah, anyways, that's what he. From what we can see in this this silhouette here, he looks cool.
He does look cool.
He looks pretty bitchin'.
Which okay, so one of our fans in the Cast Ranger Discord, they made an animation of one of my rage quits.
Yeah, you were fucking pissed.
Which I loved. I loved the video.
Derp 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 derp.
Fuck him and all that, and yeah, it's like
Fuck him.
But he actually posted a video of the scan, in which, you know what, he has the best response, and that is just, it's a scan. What else is there to say? It's just, it's a scan.
Yeah.
Because we can't really go on like that. Like, it's pretty much it. That's all we can say is that it looks cool.
Oh my god, what if he's a fusion of Ultraman Taro and Ultra 7? Just think about it. He's got the little blue jewel thing up there, just like Ultra 7.
Yeah.
And then he's got the horns of Taro, and then he's kind of got like maybe it's like a ice slugger on his head.
Oh, he also has Taro's horns.
That's what I just said. Yeah, Taro's horns. So, oh, you guys doing fusions again? Don't do fusions again. We already did that.
No more fusions.
No more fusions.
We didn't skip 1 year just to not do fusions.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Though, if you think of it this way, he is going to be the first Ultraman of the new era in Japan. Like, there's, like, I'm just saying this on a whim, maybe. I'm not saying this is true or not. I think Rosso and Blue were the final, like, series, a part of the, in quote, new generation era.
Yeah.
And now that there's a actual new era in Japan, he's going to be the first.
Oh yeah, we're finding that out like next week, aren't we?
Next month, we'll find out
The new name.
the name of the new era.
Ooh, exciting. Ugh, excuse me. Anyways, I'm excited to see what this guy's going to look like next month. So,
Well, same here. We'll probably find out sooner.
and we'll probably find out all the two other Ultramen as well.
Hopefully.
Ugh.
Again, we don't know if this might be Taiga or Titus or
I
Fuma.
think it's Titus.
I don't think it is Fuma, because Fuma sounds a bit more feminine.
And Taiga doesn't sound like I think his name is. I think that's Ultraman Titus.
It does look like a Titan.
It looks like a Titus.
We can see a bit more of his face here in the other scan.
I mean, he's kind of got like the Tiga lines going on there.
It might be
His
Taiga.
shoulders look nice too.
Hey,
Yeah, he actually looks like he kind of has like chest armor.
yeah, kind of like Rosso and Blue did.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
He kind of looks like he has like a guard. He kind of looks purple.
Ooh.
He kind of looks like he has some purple on him.
Can we just have like a main? Can we have like a blue Ultraman like as a main one? Because like we haven't had that since like what? Cosmos?
Yeah, Cosmos
Cosmos
was...
was like the last title Ultraman to be blue.
Yeah.
Oh, other than Ultraman Blue,
Yeah.
of course.
Which I was just about to say, Lane, there's no such thing. I'm like, all right, Cosmos.
Cosmo! I can't wait to
Cosmos!
watch Cosmos eventually.
Cosmos!
I want to do like a combo of like Gaia and Cosmos.
Gaia and
Yeah,
Cosmos?
we should talk about Gaia and Cosmos.
The GC series?
Well, like, I think what we should do is, like, since we're talking about Ultraman and Tiga, we might as well just talk about one Showa era Ultraman and then...
One Heisei version.
Yeah, and then the
right,
newest series.
Like, right as we're done with Ultraman 80, we can then talk about Ultraman Mabius, because that talks about all the old Showa era series.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can finally watch an anniversary series and know everything.
Know everything. We'll see that. Monkeys, I got that reference.
Oh yeah, and this is just a random news story, or not an actual news story, but my vinyls came in.
Yeah, you got all the roof vinyls.
Yeah, I finally got all the Roof vinyls except for like 2 of them, and that's...
You have Ultraman Grigio, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, in which I'm missing Groob. Apparently there's no E in that. And Trigira.
Okay.
It's not
the new evil guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently those are their official names. Trigira and Groob.
Grub.
Grob.
Grib.
Grob.
Grope.
Grover? Oh yeah, that probably was Frank Oz.
It is Frank Oz.
Is it Frank Oz?
Yeah? That's why when I was a kid, when I heard Yoda, I was just like, Grover?
Oh, I didn't, okay.
Like, literally, that was my first thought. I was like, why does he sound like Grover?
Half the Muppets are just damn Frank Oz.
Yeah, well, Frank Oz is a fucking genius.
Does he do Muppets still, or did he just retire?
I don't know, but came back for Yoda.
Well, yeah, Yoda's his baby. But for somebody on Twitter apparently like harassed him, being like, "Oh, you haven't been around the character long enough. You don't know him that well." He's the fucking puppeteer. I think you would know him best.
Yeah, he knows how to operate Yoda. He knows Yoda.
But no, he means like character-wise.
Oh, of course. Probably Lucas asked for insights. Like, well, how would you think Yoda would be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he's like silly and gets serious.
At 900 years old, you ask me how you look.
Oh, goddamn.
I loved him in Clone Wars. In the first episode of Clone Wars, takes out an entire droid freaking group on his own. Now I'm like, yeah, Yoda could do that.
Yeah, don't underestimate Yoda. Put down Master Yoda!
Alright, everybody step aside, or this Ewok gets it. Do it. I will. Do it. I'm gonna. Fine, I was always a Star Trek fan anyways. Fucking Trekkies everywhere.
No, you won't.
Alright, so that is the news stories. Shall we talk about the finale of Gridman?
Yes.
So yeah, what are the odds that the finale of SSSS.GRIDMAN is a 3-parter?
Yeah, but holy shit, what a 3-parter.
Yeah.
God, so like...
So we got
literally.
episode 10, Collapse. Episode 11, Decisive Battle.
Oh, see, we got a second word in there.
Oh, I know. And then episode 12, Awakening, which is which is also the title of the first episode. What is with shows nowadays? Like, Amazon's did this as well. First episode was titled Amazons. Last episode, the second season, was called Amazons.
Because, you know why?
It started with Amazons. It's going to end with Amazons.
Because episode 1 was about Yuta awakening.
Oh.
And then the last episode, well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get
there. Anyways.
All right, so let's talk about part 1.
Everything, goddamn, just came together. We figured out everything. Everything was explained, and we're just all like, me and Gar are just like, oh, okay. So as we already gathered, is that this is a fake world that Akane herself created in her own image. She can do whatever she wants in it. So everyone in that world is not real.
no one is real.
No one is real.
And the biggest person that takes effect into this whole situation is Utsumi, of all people. Throughout this 3-parter, he is questioning everything of his
entire
life.
existence, life.
Like, he's like, my parents, we went here during the summer.
I remember being born and stuff, growing up.
It's like his whole entire life has now just been turned upside down. And unfortunately, he's not going to tell the story on how he became the Prince of Bel-Air.
God damn it. But yeah, so I can't remember if this was episode 10 or 11, but we do find out that Yuta...
Yeah, that's in episode 11.
Oh, fuck, okay. Well, anyways, we'll get there, we'll get there.
So, the biggest thing that happened in episode 10, ironically enough, I would probably say it's definitely Auntie's time to shine in episode 10.
Oh my god, like, Auntie's best character.
Like, so Caliber, like, a few days have passed because Akane's just been sitting in her room doing nothing.
She's, like, lost all the will to do anything.
She even...
all motivation.
Like, she even created, like, she even fled to, like, another part of, like, this digital world that she created. Because, like, they're all like, we're gonna go talk to Akane right now. They leave the junk shop. She literally lives right beside the junk shop. It's like, I can't tell if she glitched the world this way or this is what's actually been happening.
Just a heavy coincidence.
Yeah, it's just a heavy coincidence, which I don't think it is a coincidence. I think it was altered. And,
like, the whole time, like, Alexis is just, like, standing over Connie being like, hey, are you gonna make a new kaiju? I don't really feel like making a new kaiju. Oh, come on, you know you want to make a new kaiju.
Make another kaiju.
Come on. She just, like, and so she makes, like, 3, like, really shitty ones, and he's like, oh, are these the 3 you're going with? Okay. Like, wait.
This one. Alrighty.
Okay. So she summons this kaiju, or, like, Lessa summons this kaiju, and it's, like,
this kaiju's
so derpy.
Yeah, this kaiju's name is Nanashi.
Yeah.
Which, if it's the Japanese word for no name.
Yeah. So,
like legit, Nanashi translates out to no name.
Well, yeah, because it's like nothing.
She doesn't care anymore. That's how much she doesn't care. She didn't even name it.
And, like,
it's just
this one. To quote the Game Grumps from their Fire Red playthrough, it doesn't look finished.
Help me.
Put me back in the kiln.
It's when they're talking about Weeping Bell.
And it's just like, and he's just like he's like it's just looking super weird, and like, so like Gridman goes to fight him and just like whoops his ass immediately.
It looks like it doesn't even have like a vertebrae. Because, like, its neck is just all over the place. It's not even... it's just dangling whenever it goes around. Just...
But yeah, and it shows, like, with Akane's, like, design of this guy, that she just, like, doesn't care. She just made it just so Alexis would shut the fuck up.
Like, it's not painted. It's not... It's just... Like you just said, she doesn't care.
Yeah. She doesn't care. So, yeah, so Gridman just, like, kicks its ass super easily. And they're even them are like... That was fucking easy.
But then Auntie shows up and it's like, you and me, we're gonna fight right now.
Right now.
Let's do this.
And then, like, it's interesting. Like, they actually start questioning Auntie afterwards, being like, why are you doing this? Like, I need to beat Gridman. Yeah, but after you beat Gridman, what else are you gonna do? And he's like...
In which, that leads to, like, one of the biggest questions of humanity. What do you do once your purpose is complete?
And, like, Auntie's just like, this is bothering him.
Like, Auntie doesn't know.
Yeah, he's never thought this far ahead, because all he knows to do, his only purpose, his only thing he's programmed to do is destroy Gridman. That's all he's meant to do. So now he's just questioning his entire life and existence.
But then Gridman, and so, like, once he starts questioning this, Gridman tells everyone, it's like, he's not a kaiju. He's just a living being that could transform into a kaiju.
Yeah.
Oh.
And remember, he's a copycat.
Yeah, he's a copycat.
Copies kaijus.
So, like, he meets up with Akane, in which he even questions it. It's like, am I a kaiju? And she's like, no. You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want, big guy.
You can go wherever you want. And like as he's leaving, it's like fucking failed creation. It's like, ouch.
Yeah, and Meangar just like, fuck you.
And I'm like, okay, I can see where Auntie's going with this. He's gonna question his life. The small life that he's had for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's safe to say that this show takes place within a month or so.
I'd like to think so.
Timeline wise, like it started in September. This ends in like October.
It's
like a good month.
And also, like, Akane's going a bit more nuts too, because like she starts like
she's going crazy.
Yeah, because like she ends up in like her classroom again, and then she sees like all the fucking people that she killed.
Well, no, that was a nightmare she had.
Oh yeah, no, I know it was a nightmare, but I'm just saying like that's how crazy she's going. She's starting to like see the people that she killed, and then she's like, oh my fucking god, like.
But that's the thing as well, is that she isn't going like crazy.
She's just feeling really, really fucking bad about everything she's done.
Like, she doesn't know. Like, she herself is questioning her own life. It's like everything she's done up to this point has been for nothing. Or like, not been for nothing, but like, what has been her goal? To create a world that she can be happy in. But what happens when that world turns on you?
Yeah, especially when Gridman fucking gets involved.
So, if anything, Gridman is the antagonist in her story because he keeps not ruining it, but keeps interfering.
Yeah,
with her life,
and that's why she like made that whole like dream sequence up where she put Utsumi, Rika, and Yuta all asleep, and just experiencing them the way she wanted to experience them with. So
what's her goal? Just destroy the world.
Destroy it.
Because the reason why that kaiju Nanashi, the reason why it couldn't move or anything, was because it was just a skin for what the actual kaiju was underneath.
Yep.
In which, Auntie refers to it as like Akane's heart. Like that's how she's feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like this kaiju during the night goes around and attacks the kaijus that surround the city, like the ones that release the. It's learned that it's not actually fog, but instead poisonous gas that tampers with people's minds.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, shit,
fuck.
Yuta. Wait, then why do I still have memory loss? Oh.
Yeah.
but they get called like first thing in the morning to come and attack this new kaiju, which it's still Nanashi, just not without the chubbiness.
Yeah, not without
the droopiness.
The derpiness.
Yeah, that's it. The derpiness.
The derpiness. So they go full power, the Gridman.
And this thing's like full. Like this thing's freaking just beating the shit out of them because this thing's so agile. It's so fast. It's like Diorboromon at the end of the Digimon movie.
Yeah, he was like a really lanky motherfucker and just like weird looking.
Like every time they fired a blast at him, he would do like a cartwheel or something, or because his body's like just a giant noodle, so like it would just turn.
He reminded me of Griza from X. Like he even had kind of like that kind of laughter like him too, and I was just like,
I can see it
because like we were watching it, and I'm just like, God, didn't we just like watch this fucking guy in X?
Oh yeah, I can also confirm two things from the previous episode of Ultraranger. One, yes, Griza is apparently like from the artist's interview, he was meant to be like a new version of Zeton.
Ah, cool.
Like not directly, but like indirectly. He was meant to be like a modern age, like alien type thing, like Zeton was.
Oh, cool.
And two, there was a Sentai with sentient morphers. It was AutoGar.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like the dinosaurs were in them. Like they would actually talk and they actually had names.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry about that.
That's
so yeah. So this new kaiju, first thing it does is, like, again, aside from dodging all attacks, beats down full power Gridman, just starts taking off like everyone.
All the parts, yeah.
Like Boar, Max, Vit, Caliber, they all get tossed away, and instead of like rolling back into the fight, they immediately get transported back to the junk shop,
mm-hmm.
leaving only Yuta to fight. Then Anti shows up again with a goal. He still wants to beat Gridman, so he's going to join him so that he can show him that he'll be better than him.
And what the fuck does he do? Because remember, he can copy.
He copies the entire physical form of Gridman.
Becomes Grid Knight.
The knight that protects Gridman. Grid Knight.
Yeah, and holy shit, is he fucking cool.
Now, we already knew about Grid Knight from the Figma figure.
Yeah.
We didn't really know much until, I started clicking in, wait, it's the same colors as Anti. Oh.
And then Anti can copy shit.
But here's the thing, though. I was speculating Anti to be Endgame. And I thought Grid Knight was going to be the last villain of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, no. He becomes a hero instead.
And badass one at that.
And just, Anti takes full charge of this. It's like, I'm going to be a better Gridman.
Yeah, so his goal is now to become better than Gridman by being Gridman. So I'm like, oh, alright, bud, that's cool. Good for you.
He's become the one thing he hates the most.
Yeah, and it's just fucking awesome. And he just he has his own name for his own attacks and shit.
Yeah, the first move that we see of his is the Grid Knight Circular, which is his Destructo Disc attack, where it's the lightning, the Sawzall blade.
Lightning bolt.
Destructo Disc.
Destructo Disc. The fuck.
Just also his movements as well are more they're more free, if anything, because he's not like a robot in a way. He's just a kaiju, just in a form of Gridman.
Mm-hmm.
In which he's not the one that calls himself Grid Knight. It's Max that names him Grid Knight.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Yuta that calls him Grid Knight because Max is like, oh, he's a knight who protects Gridman. He's like, Grid Knight.
Grid Knight. And Gridman's like, okay.
And they're all like, all right. And then the next episode, Anti hears the name Grid Knight, and he just goes along with it. Just, all right.
That's right. I only want Grid Knight.
Oh, Grid Knight. Storm. And yeah, the episode ends with freaking Akane, meeting up with Yuta, and they're like, oh, you gotta stop, because Alexis is taking you over. She comes in close to Yuta, and all she says is, I wish I was as close as you were with Gridman. Yuta falls to the ground because Akane shanked him with her X-Acto knife.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I was like, what the fuck was she doing? And then just see Yuta collapse, wait, what the fuck happened? And just see blood, I'm like, oh, fuck!
And that's how the first episode ends.
Just ends with him being fucking stabbed.
Yeah, he got shanked. It's like, oh, shit. By an X-Acto knife is what... Those things hurt.
Oh, those things are sharp. I use one of them. I use them when I'm cutting open boxes at work.
Oh, I think I have one with my toolkit. I'm not sure.
But yeah, no, those things are sharp.
They are sharp.
So, I know, right?
Yeah, and thus that leads into part 2, which is, again, decisive battle.
Yeah, so now Yuta's in the hospital.
Yeah, luckily the doctor said no vital organs were
penetrated, so he'll be fine.
So he'll be fine. Just apparently he's in a coma. Not sure how you can be in a coma from being stabbed, in which they even question, even all the characters question it. It's like, wait, how is he in a coma? He was just stabbed.
Yeah, but we find out the big twist of this episode where it's why Yuta doesn't have any memories of himself? Because Gridman's possessing him.
Yes, SSSS.GRIDMAN decided to take a timbit from Ultraman, in which Gridman this entire time, who also doesn't have any memories, is because, number one, he's not whole.
No.
Because the Neon Genesis Junior High students are apparently him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuta is also him as well. So basically, the reason why Gridman doesn't have any memories is because he's now split up into 6 different parts.
Fucking God.
Yeah, it's horrible. Imagine being split up into 6 different people. I would make myself my own Sentai. Gar Sentai Gar
I
Ranger.
mean, Voldemort kind of did that with his souls.
Can I use that idea, but use it 7 times?
But yeah, so Yuta is Gridman.
That I was not
So like
expecting.
Yeah, so like the real Yuta is actually dormant inside of like his mind,
Yeah.
in the back of his mind, and just so it's been.
But apparently Yuta does know a few things. Like it's not really a spoiler for next episode, but apparently Yuta does like Rika a bit, which Gridman even explains that to Rika. It's like, oh yeah, he kind of likes you.
She's like, what?
Yeah,
Nanny?
not me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and just like we get a really kind of feelsy moment in the hospital between like Utsumi and Rika and them. They're just like, what do we do now? Like, what are we gonna do without Yuta if he's not awake? But then Yuta eventually wakens and he explains everything. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Gridman. What?
What does Rika do in this dire need? Fuck, I'm going to school.
Yeah.
It's like, oh right, midterms are a thing, but it's more just a coping mechanism, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because it's like, she doesn't know what to do.
No.
Her friend just got shanked. She's apparently not even real. The entire world that they know of doesn't really exist. So screw it. I'm going to school. Nothing makes sense. I would be fucked up. I'll say that. I would be fucked up if I learned like my entire life was like just actually for nothing. It was just created by someone else and had control over everything that I did.
Now you know how Darth Vader feels.
Why do you say that?
Well, because he was created by the Emperor, and the Emperor kind of controls how he lives.
Say what?
Well, yeah.
I thought he was a Jesus kid.
No.
Where the Force just made him.
No, because Emperor Palpatine brought him to such a low point that like Vader couldn't even really think for himself anymore. The Emperor was just like, "You do this, or I kill you."
Wait, so Palpatine had sex with Anakin's mom?
Sure.
To have Anakin?
He influenced the midichlorians to create life. Yeah, so technically Darth Plagueis made Anakin.
We never saw Darth Plagueis.
No, we know what he looks like though from a novel.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, there was a novel that was released about him and like a younger Palpatine. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah, it's like, and since what the Fog Kaiju's gone, now everyone remembers. Like they now remember, like not everything, but like they remember what happened the day before. Like for instance, they know of Gridman, they know of Grid Knight, they know of the Kaijus, in which we meet up one last time with Namiko and Haas or Hace.
Mm-hmm.
Rika's 2 friends from high school.
Yeah, one of them has like a sick mask on.
Yes, that's Haas.
Yeah.
Namiko's the one with the cyber planet key as a hair clip.
Also, they didn't realize that like Utsumi didn't realize that Auntie was the kaiju who's been like, attacking Gridman, so he gets like pissed off and like, what the fuck? And
oh yeah, and that's another thing as well. Like aside from him questioning his entire life, he's questioning the things that he loves as well. He loves he loves the Ultra series. He's a huge geek over kaijus and all that. But when it starts to actually affect his real life, like actual kaijus are coming, and his friend is also dead. It's like now he's like, I used to like this stuff, but now that it's actually affecting my actual life, can I still like it, or am I being a hypocrite?
yeah.
And like back with Akane, we have Akane is just sitting on the beach because she doesn't know what to do.
Oh, and Alexis is still bugging her like, oh, come on, you know what make you feel better? Make this kaijus.
You want to make you better?
So, like, it's pretty safe to say that, like, Alexis has just been using her the entire fucking time to make kaijus for his own benefit, and he's just poisoned her.
Yeah, and
it's awful what he's been doing to her.
Akane is straight up broken. Like, we forgot to mention, after shanking Yuta, she breaks junk. That way Gridman cannot come back. And what she even mentions it to Alexis. It's like, oh, Gridman's gone. I shanked him. He's gone. And, like, he brings up the big factor. It's like, well, what about Auntie? He's now technically Gridman. So our cycle can still continue.
We can still make Kaijus.
We can still make Kaijus. We can still get rid of them.
Like, I get to see him, like, if he had a uniform. He's like, huh?
You know, I can see him being, not Jim Carrey. James Woods.
Hades?
Yeah, Hades. I can see him being Hades.
Oh my god, can just the dub of fucking Alexis be James Woods?
No, but apparently the dub guy took heavy inspiration from Tim Curry. Because he was Kilo Khan.
That's cool. You know what? I think Alexis is like a branch off of Khan Digifer. Like he's like his apprentice or something.
Yeah, like
he has
same
that,
race.
He has that look.
He does. Apparently, some of his his color design was heavily inspired from like a Nemesis Prime, like the black and the red.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's real bullshit that Alexis is just like using this poor girl like this, and like because at first we thought Connie was like this huge bitch or whatever like that, but it's the same kind of with Auntie. Just like by the end, like these two people who we thought were villains the whole show, now we're just like.
No, they just...
Fuck, I feel sorry for them.
If anything, the best way to describe them is just... They're pawns in someone else's game.
Yeah.
Like, they think that, like, we thought they were important, but then everything else started happening, and it's like, no, they're just tiny little pieces in this giant game of war.
And literally the only two players in this game are just Alexis and Gridman.
Yeah. So what does Alexis decide to do? Fuck it. Bring every kaiju back that Akane made.
Including Mecha Googly Eyes.
Yeah, so you got freaking... Oh my god, this is... Okay, so you got Googulus, Gong Li, Devada Dada,
Devada Dada. No, Devada Dan.
Yeah, Devada Dan.
Gong Li, Nanashi, Boojak.
Govayak. Mecha Googlyaz. We never mentioned him by name, but he was the one that appeared when Sky Gridman showed up. He was Deriver.
Yeah.
Or Deriver.
The mountain one. I like the mountain.
Oh yeah, that was Govayak.
Yeah. Mountain one's my favorite.
Oh!
I like one of them. Yeah, so because Yuta's like in a coma, that means Gridman's unavailable too.
Which means they also can't transform
Yeah.
either. So it's up to Auntie, I kid you not, to transform into Grid Knight and beat the shit out of all of them.
And he beats the shit out of all of them.
Well, not all of them, but like he gets down, like he at least beats up like a few of them. Like he beats up he tosses Nanashi into Gong Li, uses his grid storm, like his Grid Knight circular attack. Then he beats up he tosses Googulus into Devada and uses his Grid Storm. His Grid Knight Storm attack, which is his beam attack, like the Grid Beam.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to town on these guys.
It was fucking cool. Like Grid Knight's awesome.
And he's doing this because to him he is repaying a debt.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys have saved my life so many times. I'm gonna go beat up these guys for you.
Hey, yours.
Yeah, just if any best way to describe it is that he's stalling.
Yep, he's stalling so they can figure out a way to get Gridman back.
Mm-hmm.
Which then, like, Yuta does wake up eventually.
Yeah, because the junior high students realized, it's like, wait, Yuta, like, the computer only worked when Yuta was around. So what if we fixed the computer? Would that wake up Yuta? In which it did.
Mm-hmm.
In which that's when the whole reveal that Gridman has just been a host for
Yuta's been a host for Gridman.
Yeah, Yuta's been a host for Gridman this entire time. In which that again flips with me life for like the 720th time this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know how he's not committing suicide. Everything is just going down the crapper for
Everything's
him.
just fucking going to the pits.
He's going down shit's creek with a paddle. Oh man.
Ugh.
Because he's like, what is my purpose now? I was Yutta's friend. I never helped out with anything.
But you did. You made the Gridman Alliance.
And that is Rika's response in the next episode. Just like, you're the one that came up with the name Gridman Alliance.
Yeah, and like you kind of knew what was going on. You knew how to help, and like your vast knowledge of kaiju and stuff.
But yeah, Yuta Gridman, as I refer to him in the notes.
Grita.
Yeah, Grita.
Grita.
Tokuger.
Grita.
Axia!
Oh God, no. God, no. Oh!
I took care of it. Now I can live forever with Lord Zed.
Oh God. She likes Schwartz.
Oh, yeah.
Schwartz.
Didn't Schwartz die? Get shanked or some shit?
Yeah, he got fucking Zet killed him.
Right.
And he fell off a cliff and he never came back.
Oh no. But yeah, it's like, so they go full powered Gridman. They help out Grid Knight with this beautiful wallpaper that you guys will be seeing, in which it's just, it's hands down gorgeous.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Because it's like, yeah, it's the only time we're going to see them team up in this entire show. Which, that's kind of the sad part about this anime, which I'll bring up right now. There are so many cool things about it, but we only see them once.
Yeah. I wish this show wasn't 12 episodes long.
Yeah, I wish it was 25.
Yeah.
But then again, that would be a really long series.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that leads to the end of part 2, where Akane meets up with, or when Rika finds Akane again, which Akane is still fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she sees Gridman up in the sky, and she's like, fuck. Tosses table. Fuck.
Yeah, she's so upset.
How? She is broken. She is now broken beyond repair.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know what to do. She's just like,
she's broken.
I find it. Stab the host. No, Gridman. I'm done. You're done. That's right. I'm done.
I'm done.
I am so fucking done. But then Alexis shows up. It's like, you gonna make more kaijus? Told you I'm not making any more kaijus. Oh. Who said anything about you making more kaijus? In which part 2 ends with Alexis transforming Akane into a kaiju. It's like, oh shit. Which leads to part 3 and the final episode of the series, Awakening. Which, as Toku logic and anime logic goes, with the final episode, there is no opening.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Akane is now a kaiju.
Yep. And a fucking creepy ass looking one too.
It's like a shell crab.
It's like this weird thing, and then in the center of it, you see a kind of a human kind of face in it, and it's obviously her. And every time it roars, you can hear her. You hear her scream. The kaiju's roar is her scream.
It's like the Beelzebub Queen from the end of of Ultraman Orb: The Origin Saga. But design-wise, it kind of reminds me of the Pokemon Sheldon, I think it is.
Yeah.
Like the second form before Salamence.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's a
Shogun.
Yeah, Shogun. Because it's a round body, with tentacle arms, which I saw another Pokemon like that. It was a rock type thing from Sun and Moon or something. It's it was a rock. It had hands that claws came out of it.
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, so of course Auntie tries to fight it.
And
he kind of gets his ass kicked.
but
he rescues Akane in the process.
Yeah, he grabs the thing's mouth and goes all King Kong on it and just splits the mouth open. reverts back to Auntie, and just falls straight through it, going through like the belly of the beast to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Or like to find her. And like Akane's all like, or Rika's all like, why? Like, why did you do this to Rika? And it's like, oh well, I didn't have to temper her for that much. She was already like this. She was nothing but a meat thing. Did you just reference KiloCon's catchphrase from Samurai Squad? No. Maybe. It's just fuck. Because like Yuta and them, they all return back to the junk shop for like just to regroup quickly. And they realize, okay, now that Gridman is fully back, like he finally understands what's going on, we need to become one again. Like one being.
Yep.
How do we do that? Well, we're gonna need everyone's help. Well, we're already all here. No, we're gonna need Utsumi and Rika. Well, how are we gonna do that when there's a kaiju out there, in which apparently the kaiju's name is called Zega or Ziga.
Zega.
Yeah, Zega. Sega? Sega!
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 Fuck.
And that's when Auntie was all like, oh, you guys find them, I'll go stall. And turns into Grid Knight, in which he gets his own Gridman style transformation in this episode. But which, instead of doing the whole arm pose thing, he has his arms crossed, growing. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. It's
Fucking ending to Ferris Bueller.
it's.
You want some of my gummy bears? They're in my pocket. They're all warm.
You want some kaijus?
Oh my God.
They've already been used.
So everyone gets together and they're all like, we can do this, guys. And,
We can do this.
And then
The biggest thing of all.
the fucking greatest god, like, we were not expecting this and our minds were fucking blown.
Our minds were just explosions.
So
First thing that happens. The biggest thing that happened before that scene. Auntie dies.
yeah, Alexis just comes and just
Like he saves Akane, like pulls her out of freaking of Ziga, and it's like, why'd you do that? You're a failed creation. Yeah, I'm a failed creation. For you. Oh. I took care of him for you.
yeah. So
And he just falls to the ground. It's like, shit.
yeah, Alexis just fucking.
What am I gonna do now? And like she just consumes, like Alexis just consumes her, and becomes like a kaiju himself. He's like, oh, so much power. Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I want to give him Tim Curry's voice so badly.
Yeah, smashing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, can we just have like a part of the thumbnail just be Alexis with fucking Nigel Thornberry's face?
Alexis with Nigel Thornberry's face.
Alexis Thornberry.
Alexis Thornberry. Look at that kaiju over there. Oh, isn't he exquisite? Yeah.
Akane.
No, that Kane. Come here, Kane.
I can talk to kaijus, but no one else knows. And Auntie's just like the monkey.
Oh, freaking Darwin.
Yeah, Darwin. the incredible kaijus, the incredible Gridman.
The wild kaiju.
Yeah, the wild Gridman.
You know what that's style of the episode? The wild kaiju.
Yeah, the wild kaijus with fucking just Alexis with Nigel Thornberry's face. Then we have Auntie, like Akane with Eliza, and just Auntie Darwin. And then fuck it, we'll make Gridman can be the little crazy boy. forgot what his name is. No, we'll have like Gridman, but you know what Gridman I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So Auntie's dying, and like as we see, like he tries to like help them, and he's like access. So they they all get the thing.
Yeah, they all get the grand acceptor. It's like, oh, it's like the original show. That's cool. So they like not all of them, but like Yuta, Caliber, Bor, Max, and Vit do it.
They'll go access,
Flash.
And then you just see Auntie on the ground, soaked in his own blood, like he's drowning in his own blood.
Just watching this guy, just
access, Flash, and we're just me and Gar just like,
like it's not.
It's sad.
It's never confirmed or not whether or not it worked for him because it's just he hit the did he hit the switch but then just die?
Maybe he just wanted to be a part of it.
Like how did he get one?
He just because he's part of the group.
Guess he's a part of the Gridman group.
And so then finally,
they fixed junk.
Yeah, they fixed junk, and then Gridman's like, type in the access code.
Enter the access code.
Access code. Gridman. So they type it in, and then just
with all of them combined, Gridman returns to what is considered his true form,
and it's
the original Gridman.
Yeah. So apparently, the Gridman that we've been seeing the entire show was just like a part of him. Because remember, he was split into like 6 different parts.
Like, and it's cool as well because like you see like what we consider Gridman in this anime, but like his whole entire body just like shatters and just like the real grid, like the original
OG Gridman.
The OG Gridman comes out of that,
does the fucking like growing tall thing, and then the fucking theme song starts playing, and me and Gar just sitting there like, oh yeah.
So, this show basically confirms this is a sequel to the original Denko Chojin Gridman. Alright, producers lied to us. Everyone lied to us being like, oh no, you don't have to watch the original. This is its own thing. Yes.
Bullshit. It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
It's a goddamn sequel.
25th anniversary, you better have the original damn Gridman show up.
Yeah, like what the fuck? So then you just hear the Gridman theme playing, and we're just like, yeah!
He's kicking Alexis's ass, just Gridman.
Yeah, and it's
baby,
it's so cool. And like, to be honest, OG Gridman looks amazing in anime form.
Oh yeah,
like he looks great.
Well, remember that the creator of this anime also did the animated short that came out a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Like the boy who invents a hero.
Yeah.
Which, if you watch that has a lot of OG Gridman as well.
So it's really interesting to just know that just like he went from that
to the original.
Yeah. But like that's cool, and it means like the Studio Trigger knew what they were doing. The writers and stuff were just like, yeah, no, we're gonna be faithful to this shit.
And like just probably blew everyone's. I feel sorry for everyone who hasn't watched the original Gridman series.
We feel bad we haven't finished watching the original Gridman.
Yeah, but at least we're watching it.
We are in the middle of watching, and we will continue. We will finish Gridman.
Oh yeah, we will. We'll probably not finish it by the end of this year, but we will finish.
We are motivated as fuck
to watch it.
We will watch it. Maybe we'll just have like a Gridman month.
Oof, that's a lot. I don't know. Maybe when we get in like the home stretch,
January 2020.
Yeah, January 2020.
We'll do Granuary. All Gridman all month.
Griduary.
Yeah, or Griduary.
Yeah, Griduary. We'll think of something.
But
it will just finish the entire show.
And he uses one of Grid Knight's techniques, and I'm just like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, oh no, he always had the laser sword.
Oh, okay.
It's just we haven't seen it yet in the original show.
It's like Grid the Beam. And like it's great hearing like the original voice actor.
Oh, we were just missing a few. Like, if they wanted to do it like full hardcore, just when Alexis fused with Akane, he just becomes a real suit, and just like the original Gridman shows up in real suit with like all the animation.
That would have been sick. That would have been fucking sick.
That would have been something. Just shit.
Just went live action. That would have been fucking cool.
Yeah, well, no, this fight was missing a few Gridman grunts. Yeah.
So then Alexis is just like you can't defeat him. And Alexis is like,
He's
yeah, I'm
immortal.
immortal. You can't beat me. I'm forever eternal, bitch.
And he's like, but how? Oh, I'm surviving off of the emotions of Akane Shinjo. You cannot do anything to stop me.
And then
like he wipes the floor with Gridman.
And then just as he's like collapsing, just like some sparkles come out of him, and you just see like
it fixes the ground around him.
And then
because remember what did Gridman do in the fights in the original series?
Fixed shit.
He would fix the things after he was done fighting.
So he makes the realization: I'm not just here to fight and destroy. I also fix the world. And
which he fires was what he dubs his fixer beam.
Yeah, the Gridman fixer beam.
Yeah, the grid fix beam right at freaking Alexis.
And just fucking destroys it.
And just like he's like, oh, this isn't affecting me at all.
Oh shit!
And then just like they finally get a hold of Akane, who's inside Alexis. Like the symbolism is that she's holding on to like the door that's locked.
Mm-hmm.
Which Utsumi, Yuta, and Rika are all talking to her, because like she's scared of the world. She's like, everything keeps changing. I don't know what to do. It's like, well, we'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always be here. We'll help you out through this. It's like because we're friends, and like she learns to not be afraid anymore, and like not to be afraid of the world anymore. So like once she opens up the door, it's symbolism that like she left the world quickly. Which that leaves Alexis weakened, so like he gets blown up in a way by the fixer beam, and it leads to like him and Gridman going in for the traditional anime just punch across the face.
Yeah, and their like necks are stretching out.
Oh yeah, Gridman's neck is just like, if you look at the shot, just Gridman's neck, I cannot unsee it. Just his neck is elongated outwards, just like he looks like a dinosaur.
And then Gridman just fixes the entire fucking world.
Fixes the city and then fixes the world. And covers the sky again.
It just felt like a classic Gridman fight, and it was so cool.
And like everyone's all like, holy shit.
Wow, that's great. So then we cut to pretty much Akane and Rika just like sitting in her room.
Everything's packed
up, and she's just ready to go, and she's just like I've done terrible things. I can't stay here. Like, I'm awful. I'm an idiot. I'm a coward. I'm weak. And just like Rika's like, I know. I know you better than anyone.
I'm ugly. You're terrifying.
You're horrifying.
It's just like,
but if someone loves you, that means they love you for who you are on the inside.
On the inside. But it just it gets depressing because it's like, oh, I got you a gift, and she's like,
oh, so I can get lost?
The pass holder. No. Trying to tell me to get lost or something. It's like, no, just so that like no matter where you go, I'm there with you. And it's like Akane just can't stop crying because she will never forget this, because just everything she did, she kind of blames herself for it. Cause like I was your god and I let you all down.
Yeah.
Like
it was touching.
Yeah, like after Rika told her, it's like, oh, don't worry. It's like things will be better. Just wherever you go, just be you.
Be you. And then like it cuts to like Rika just kind of saying stuff to her, and then she looks back, gone.
Room's empty.
And so then she goes back, and then we see they're all in like
the hub
world, like in the original Gridman show, where like Gridman and what's his face, Naoto like fuse.
Yeah.
So, because like I recognized that immediately. I was like, wait a minute, I know that world, I know that room. And so they like explain everything, and like Utsumi's just like he's having a hard time saying goodbye because he doesn't want to say goodbye to Gridman because like this has been fun for him, and he's just like, next time you come, dwell inside me instead of Yuta, just so I don't have to say goodbye. And like Gridman's just like, you got it.
Which Gridman explains that once they leave, Yuta will wake up. Like, the real Yuta will wake up inside of Yuta.
And it sucks. We see him wake up, but we don't see any interaction with him, so we don't know what the real Yuta's like. But it's safe to say he's probably like how Yuta was when his memories were
lost. Like the awkward guy.
Yeah, he's awkward.
Probably like the awkward kid.
He just didn't remember anyone.
I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So then they all leave.
But this is the big question I have about this. Mm-hmm. Do the people of this world remember that event?
We don't know. It's kind of left up in the air.
It's left up in the air that whether or not people saw Gridman.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, just the whole fight.
Yeah, I think if they did, though, we would have cut to them going like, yeah, I'm going Gridman.
Me personally, I think it's I'll keep it in my little headcanon right now that everyone kind of forgot, except for Rika and Utsumi.
Yeah. And then we just get hit with the fucking most mind-blowing thing of this entire fucking series.
Auntie lived!
Yes, Auntie lived, thanks to Kaiju Girl.
Yeah,
and she's like, well... She's like, well, I learned from my parents.
Yeah.
And then we see him!
Oh yeah, Uncle Silas.
Yeah, we see Uncle Silas from the music episode.
Yeah, from episode 6 of Denko Chojin Gridman. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, so he saved, like, and Auntie got his eye back. Well,
not that, it's just like...
He was injured.
Like, he does have an eye again, but it's blue.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bit of a Kikaido reference. Like, I feel like it's the whole symbolism of, like, he is a kaiju, but he has humanity inside him.
He's also GRIDMAN.
It's cool because it's like, great, now, hell, we could have a spin-off involving Grid Knight, or like a movie with Grid Knight.
Ooh, Grid Knight movie.
Yeah.
Grid Knight OVA.
Grid Knight OVA.
That fucking Auntie just... Yeah. No, Auntie's now the defender of this world.
Oh shit, he is!
Yeah! Because, like, they were like, well, what about Auntie? And they're just like, Matt and, like, the Caliber's just like, nothing we can do for him now, right now.
It's like, can't repay a debt right now. What, like, indicate, like, oh shit, he dead?
But no, so now Auntie will stand as the defender of this world, as Grid Knight. So he'll carry on Gridman's legacy.
That
like,
I didn't think of.
Yeah, so maybe we will get like a Gridman OVA or something like that. Grid Knight.
Also, Yuta's parents are back. After wherever they went.
Well, they went overseas.
Overseas somewhere.
But yeah.
Let's talk about the biggest thing.
Oh my god. So, you know how Connie's like, yeah, I'm a god. I need to go back to my world.
Yeah, she... Throughout this three-parter, they mention what is considered, in quote, the God world.
The God world.
Where Akane is from. And it's like... Where it's like, oh, she fled from that world to come here. And it's like, we don't really know what the God world's like. Like, who's there? Like, who's there and all that? This mind fucked me so hard. Because the God world... Lane, would you like to say it?
It's our world. It's the real world. Like, how it is in the original Gridman. So...
Akane... Like, we actually see the real Akane wake up from her bed and just stare out the window.
The pass holder's there.
Yeah, the pass holder's there. Pianos are there for some reason.
Yeah, maybe she's into music.
Yeah, maybe she is.
And I saw like, I think like a doll in the far corner. You can kind of see it's a little blurry, but like it was her anime persona. So...
Which...
Was it a dream? Was it real? Like, was she sucked into this, like, her computer or something? Like, we don't know.
I mean, the best way possible to describe it is just... remember what happened in the original series. It's like, there is a thing called the... Like, we know of, like, people living in the digital world in Gridman. Especially in episode... Like, the only episode that we can go by is from episode 6 with the musical melody girl.
Mm-hmm. She
lives in the digital world. So it's safe to say that Akane is in fact the god of this world. I'm using it in air quotes here. Because she is basically nothing but just a programmer, and everything the world created is just a bunch of zeros and ones.
What if she's the daughter of fucking...
Nato?
No, of...
Oh, Takaru?
Yeah, the bully. Or like the villain,
the loner kid.
Yeah. What if she's like she's like the daughter of him?
Oh shit!
That would make sense.
Oh, Dad, I found your old computer. I can't access. Yeah.
So yeah, this was an eye opener, and now everything just made sense. It's like, okay, that's why this was an anime.
Like Gridman is still Gridman. Alexis is from the same race as Con Digifier. This world is just nothing but just a computer world shown as an animation, and the God world is our world.
Well done, Gridman. Well done. So that's it. So that is the entirety of SSSS Gridman. And I gotta say, I enjoyed this series. Like, once everything finally was explained and everything made sense, it's a good anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the action was good. Like, the characters, like, you end up really feeling for it. More so for, like, the antagonists by the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, as animes are.
Yeah, well, not always.
Sometimes with animes, you feel, like, sometimes you feel more for the villain.
Mm-hmm. Action was good. Honestly, like how this version of Gridman was, like he looked awesome. And then when we got to see like OG Gridman in this, it was fucking awesome. Grid Knight was cool. The Kaijus were could have been better.
They could have been better. They all kind of had the same problem for me, is that they all kind of like all together they all look different, but they were all still kind of meh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because it wasn't like an actual suit, but like it was just like a giant animation. So it's like there wasn't like any like the action for me is like it varies. Since it's not a tokusatsu series, there's not much that you can do with it. Like Gridman's not doing a bunch of like backflips or like punching a whole lot, but instead he's like he's flying more, or like he's like shooting lasers more because it's cheaper to fire, like to animate a laser than like a punch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like overall my feelings for SSSS Gridman is that the finale saved the show.
You definitely, like, Raven kept telling us that like you guys have like kind of meh thoughts about it now. Wait till you watch the end of the show. It's fucking amazing.
Which I agree, because it felt like a continuing story where like everything just fit all, like everything felt like like an actual serialized series.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the beginning of the series it was kind of more like episodic, where it was like, oh, it's been 1 week, or it's like, oh, Caliber just shows up, and it's like, I'll admit I can't even say that, because like I was gonna say, well, the Neo junior high school students didn't really do a whole lot, but it's like, but they're just a fraction of Gridman, so it's like, of course they're not gonna do a whole lot.
No,
but it's like, I think that's it. Just like with every complaint that I've had throughout the entire show, aside from the whole music thing, it was explained away.
Yeah, everything was explained. So honestly, I hope that we get like a season 2, or maybe make a new live action series Gridman. Like, do that.
And a live action movie involving Akane re-entering her own world, and basically have like the anime characters have like a representation of like real life characters.
Yeah. Or like fuse both of them or something, where it's just like half live action, half anime, takes place kind of in both areas.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, Alexis is still alive, by the way.
Yeah, he's been sealed.
Yeah, he's been sealed off, and he's going to be taken to the hyper world.
Yeah. So, but yeah, honestly,
what if that's it?
Hmm?
What if like something affects the hyper world that brings kaijus to the real world?
Oh, and the Gridman's to go fight.
And Nato comes back as Gridman.
Yeah, that's possible.
And he and Akane have to team up.
Oh, what if just like Gridman splits into 2, so we get both like the live action Gridman and the anime Gridman? Anyways,
Auntie shows up in
Auntie
the real
shows
world.
up, Grid Knight, yeah. So like, there's so many possibilities. Like, honestly, I feel like hopefully if this did well enough that like Gridman gets more popular and they can have like they're able to do more with the series.
And hopefully, fingers crossed here for me, hopefully this brings people to be like, oh, what's the original Gridman like?
And yeah, they look up the original.
And they watch the original series. Because I feel like that's... If there's one thing that I always like to tell people, it's like, hey, if you like this, go watch this.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
The music was good in the 3-parter.
Oh, yeah, especially when, like, the theme song kicked on.
Well, not even just the theme song, just the actual score. Like, when Auntie when Auntie walked away from Akane, just the music in the background was nice. It felt calming. Like, it felt like a school choir going on. Or like when Yuta Gridman was telling Utsumi just like what his goal is now. You hear a choir, like a school choir going on.
Yeah.
And it's like, just I like the music because it's showing like it's cheerful music. It's like one day we'll make it over that rainbow. We'll do it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So overall, I like this. I'd recommend you watch it.
I also recommend.
But go watch OG Gridman first.
It's not necessary, but watch a few episodes. Watch the first 10 episodes. Then go see this. Alright, but with that out of the way, unfortunately, Redcaster couldn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been episode 75 of Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger, The Wild Kaijus. And starting next week, we'll finally be starting our new shows. Join us in April as we talk about Ultraman and Ultraman Tiga. Schwa for now.
Schwa for now.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger. We appreciate your dedication to listening.
If you have an opinion on the news or shows we talked about, leave a comment down below. #comments for Lane.
If you want to check us out on other social media pages, you can check out our Twitter pages. As always, you can follow me at twitter.com/AutoGar.
You can follow me at twitter.com/Lane__.
For other pages, you can find my blog, Gar's Toku Blogs, on Facebook.com. And while you're on Facebook, why not give Radio Sentai Castranger a follow?
For older episodes of our shows, you can find them at castranger.podbean.com. And we also have some merch, such as t-shirts and bags, available at tpublic.com.
That's all for this exciting episode of Kaiju Sentai Ultraranger. Until next time,
Schwa for now!